Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Best in the business. Been using these guys for years. And if you're an active trader looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com. You will not be disappointed. So daily chart, spider, almost 60 million on the day, 0.3%, 0.03% red, or 8 cents down on a day. So it was pretty much just a decay the options kind of a day. We're still above the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA. Still in a strong bullish stance. Trend is your friend until the end, guys. We're getting a little bit of sloppy with the spacing on the moving averages, so that's a little bit concerning to me, but still above this trend line. Popped out of the channel. Real no push up, guys. No big volume, just the flow. We had a little pullback here, a little pullback there. Pretty much the same action for the last, 2 years or so. Other than this, the Trump trade, that was just, remember this, if Trump gets in, it's going to be a disaster, straight up, guys. I'm still scratching my head, but at the end of the day, I still think we're coming back down here to the November lows eventually. But as long as we hold these moving averages and keep grinding, everything's okay, guys. Just a little more lip service, and we need to get through the holidays on a high note, and then come January next year or so, you better be careful in these markets. So hopefully they can hold these things up. If not, we are prepared to cover our shorts, as we've been adding shorts across the board as this thing's been going higher and higher. We had a great put position in here for a couple day hold for a 100% move. My members caught that one, or hopefully they did. It's all posted, all confirmations, all that good stuff, guys. So check it out. You can go to StockBookies. I showed those confirmations on my feed. All right, so let's get to the weekly. Weekly, same thing, just grinding. 20, 50, 200, still above it. A little bit stretched. This one should pull back a little bit to the 250 area, but we'll keep an eye on it. Again, light volume prevails. This will keep grinding. We had areas at 250, 250, 250, 255, all quarter numbers all the way to 260. We didn't make it there. Barely. What was the all-time high? 259.35. So let's see if we could grind to that 260 area and then pop higher, or will this come in? Watch the trend line here. Watch the 20 MA with the underlying trend line. That's going to be a big area of support. So let's see if we could keep grinding into next week. Nvidia, I guess, had decent earnings, so that was holding up the markets on Friday. Keep an eye on that stock as well. But other ones we've shorted, like McDonald's, a couple other ones came in real nice, guys. So we've been covering positions, setting positions. Forget about them. Let them play out. These are high flyers, guys. So weekly chart. No problems with the spider. Still holding this area, still grinding higher. So let's keep an eye on that one. IWM. Let's go to the daily first. So IWM had 17 million on the day. It was down 11 cents, 0.07% red. And it was just a non-event, guys. Holding the trend line and holding the 50 MA. Did we fill the gap? No, we did not fill the gap, but we did hit gap window here. Barely. Popped it back up. And remember, we always talk about the IWM having to lead, as well as the IYT, or the transports. This one's been a little bit weaker. Remember the tax plan. That's why the tax plan right here. It's the tax plan. It really is. And then it holds. Oh, well, the tax plan, well, I don't know, the tax, oh no, the tax plan, oh gosh, oh no. Remember we talked about the 200 MA being target, and we have a gap fill around 134 or 134.18. So right now it's looking a little bit weak. We came down a little bit bearish, holding the 50 MA on the light volume today. Yesterday wasn't bad, but look at the action here with the tax plan. It's all lip service, guys. It's all this is. We're going to go into the Christmas, the Hanukkah, the holidays, the Thanksgiving. We're going to go with lip service so they can hold this thing up, because, guys, they need the consumer to get out there and spend money. Consumer spending is number one, guys, period. So keep it going until the holidays. Hold this thing up. Can't have a bad, November or December, guys. People will start to wonder. So watch for that. Watch for the lip service. Watch for Trump even. So, but again, we are trying to hold this trend line. We're holding the 50 MA on the daily. Looking a little bit weak. I mean, we closed right on top of it. So let's see what pattern brings us into next week. If we go sideways, 20 MA curls in the price. This could send this one down. If this starts leading the way down, the rest of the markets will follow eventually. It's not like this goes down, everything does. This might start leading, then all of a sudden the rest of the stuff will start coming in too. There was an area on this SPY that it did the same thing. It popped up, held, and then it started dropping, and that's when the markets was starting to come into as well. So watch for this one. Again, nothing's wrong. Light volume, holding this area, but still keep an eye on this one. This one should be hitting all-time highs. This one's making filling the gap here and holding below the 20 MA. So watch for that. Let's get into the weekly chart. Here's that trend line. Remember, we had a nice base here. I mean, not the best. I'd rather have a downward sloping base than an upward floating base, and then you get the pullback, hits the 50 MA. I mean, remember, it hasn't touched the 50 MA for a long time. That's going to be good support. Last time was July of 2016. It hits this, and they know it. Boom, you get the fire underneath it like a firework. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks up. Boom, we pull right back. So this is still not bad bullish pattern, still above the MAs. Remember, we talked about being a little bit stretched from the 20. Look what it's doing. It's going to come back and kiss it. We'll see how it reacts on the weekly close at the 20 MA. It should bounce, but it's been chopping through this thing a long time. This is the one time it could give it up and bring it back down to the 50. I still think we're coming to the 200 MA on a lot of these charts, especially on the weekly chart, guys. And if we come down into this, we will definitely be filling this gap in 2016. And what's this one again? November 2016 lows, guys, right before the rally. I still think we're going here, and if that gives it up, we could definitely come back down here around 93 bucks. Maybe. Come on, we need some event or something like that. But these markets are way stretched at this point, going up on nothing, in my opinion. Just be careful if you're long. Remember to take profits. Don't sit in here if this thing starts to slide. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. Oh, gosh, is this thing going to go back up? And then you're screwed. So just take profits. Kind of like Tesla, guys. I was telling everyone at 300, 310, 320, take profits, take profits. It goes to 390, everyone laughs. We're back down to 303 or whatever Tesla is. Just take the profits. You could have took them. Even at 350, 360, 370, take them. Next thing you know, Tesla's 150 again. And you're like, damn, not again. So we're big at taking profits, guys, and moving on. We'll wait for the next setup and do it again. So doesn't really matter. Again, this is still a strong stance. Watch out for that. Above the MAs, at least on the weekly. So let's go to the Qs. Qs making all-time highs, guys, every day. It's news, 10 o'clock news. What's that doing? It's getting more people involved. Oh my gosh, the market keeps hitting new highs. I gotta get involved. We talked about 150. It got through there. We talked about the 155. We almost got there. We talked about 152.50. Then you have 157.50, then 160. So let's see if we keep grinding. Daily chart, 20 million. We're down 1 penny. Again, up, down, sideways a little bit stretched from the 20 and the 50. Got a gap filled down here, so you have some support. Great support, guys. Look at that. They gap it up over the trend line. They don't gap it up under it. You got to gap it up over to get this thing going, because the trend line resistance, look at that. Boom, hits it. Boom, hits it. Boom, hits it. Boom, hits it. You know what? We don't want to deal with that trend line. Gap it up. I think this was the Amazon news and the Google earnings or whatever it was. Gap it up and keep it going. So everyone gets excited. New all-time highs, 10 o'clock news every day. CNBC hyping it. Getting all the small retail traders in here, guys. The big money's distributing up here. They're not buying up here. Big money selling into the buying, guys. So watch for that. 20 MA, 50 MA, still above it. Strong stance. A little bit stretched. We'll keep an eye on that. Weekly. Same scenario, guys. Here was that channel, up and down, gap it up. 3 weeks up, kind of a little stall out here. Volume not bad because of the earnings and all the big tech, so let's keep an eye on this one. A little bit stretched from the 20 and the 50. I don't like to see that. It needs to hover around it. You get this pullback, you touch it, goes right back up, goes up, pulls back, touches it. Doesn't mean it won't keep going, guys. Look for 155, 155.75, and 160 area. So next week, watch for that. Watch for NVIDIA too, guys. NVIDIA's getting a little overstretched. It's been that way for over a year. We played it on intraday scalping on Friday. Some nice trades. We did hold over the weekend, and we'll see if we get a couple more bucks out of that one. But anyways, watch NVIDIA. It's a very important stock right now, especially for the Qs to keep continuing going higher. So weekly chart again, a little bit stretched, still in a bullish stance though, above the 150. Now we're looking for a pattern if this thing goes sideways and possibly up, or does it kind of just dribble down and come back into support, and we'll see how that handles. Again, guys, markets are fine, light volume prevails, just be alert. That's all I'm saying. DIA. DIA, same thing, the 235.07. We have that big trend line from this area. That's where it's kind of stalling out. We had the trend line in there, guys, for a long time. Took it out. I knew the 220, the 225, the 230, the 235, all the big round numbers. This is where it's stalling out. Let's see if we can continue up above this line. Volume wasn't too bad, 2.5 million. We're 29 cents down, 0.12% red. It's still a little stretch from the 20 and the 50. Pretty much the same scenario, guys. This is just incredible market. How this thing can just float on news, lip service, Trump trade, tax plan. Well, I don't know what the next one will be, guys. To make this one go higher. What else are they going to do for America and make it great again? It's pretty annoying, to be honest with you. So. Anyways, a little bit stretched, still above the MA, still in a strong stance. Let's keep an eye on this, see what pattern prevails in the next week or two. And going into the holidays, guys, you'd expect everyone's already talking about the Santa Claus rally and all that good stuff. Maybe we don't get it this year, who knows. Then the IYT, guys, another one that should be leading. Look at this trend line. Upper trend line, hits it, tries to break through, a little bit of a consolidation pattern. This is a weekly, right back down, right back into this trend line now, which is good support. We're going to keep an eye on this one to see how it holds. But let's go to the daily. Getting ahead of myself. Daily chart, we only had 158,000 on the day. This trade's very light. I should actually pull up the DIA and do that one, or the Dow Jones, the actual chart, and on that one and do the reading on that. But daily chart, 0.11% down, 19 cents right on the day. But look at this one. Remember this, we always talk about it's got to keep leading, and this one's starting to lag big time. We are holding this little trend line here, which really means nothing. But, I like to put something in there, though, because it is connecting that low, that low. This, it kind of pierced through it, popped back up. We're hitting it back in. 200 MA on the daily, that's going to be one target, 168.95. If that cracks, we're going down. I still think we're going down to here. We still have another trend line. If you want to connect this low here, that's a pretty good area of support, around 166.66. Then you have some areas down here. I'll stick this trend line in there. That's at 162.40. Then of course some gaps to fill down in here, and then double bottom right here at 157.98. So watch for that area. You had a nice downsloping channel here, and then boom, popped right up. I'm telling you, these guys are listening to me. We were talking about this one lagging. Hey, it's lagging. It's not looking good. You have some gaps to fill down here, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, straight up on what? No volume, guys. You had a little bit heavier volume, but now we're starting to sell. So let's keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on these trend lines of support. And again, this is the daily, so let's see if this can hit target over here, and then let's see how it sets up. Right now, it's looking a little bit weak here, guys. I mean, we confirmed below the 20 or the 50 and the 20 MA. 20 MA is curling in the price, and remember, this one has to continue leading, like the IWM, both starting to lag. Weekly chart again, we talked about this a little bit. We are below the 20 MA on the weekly. here's your trend line down here. The 50 MA is coming up, as well as a gap fill around the 169.21, and then the double bottom down in here around the 162.64. And also you have that trend line we talked about on the daily. You can see a little bit clearer on the daily, but there it is right there. So let's see how this continues coming in. If it does, remember it could go sideways here and pop right back up. That's pretty much the scenario. Like here, down, sideways, a little bit bearish, straight up. Down, sideways, a little bit bearish, straight up. Down, sideways, a little bit bearish. Do we go straight up? But here's your big trend line up there. Couldn't make it through. Starting to pull back. This one was a little more elongated than the last one, so there is some true selling coming in here. So let's keep an eye at these support levels next week and see what happens with the IYT and the transports. Guys, let me wrap this up by saying markets are leading with no volume. It's going up with news from our leaders, the tax plan, the Trump trade. Everything's great again. Euphoria starting to kick in a little bit. That tells me to start adding across the board on shorts. We've been adding shorts across the board for a long time. Not a long time, couple months. We are in some trades, 6-7 months, short, a little bit upside down, but a lot of those trades, guys, we set them and we forget them. And in the meantime, we've been writing calls. We haven't wrote any puts lately. We did some put plays. We've done some call plays, a little bit of everything, guys. I'm not going to just sit in positions and and not do anything else. Like Nvidia, we had some great scalps. We had some great call plays on that one. And we're making our money back on Nvidia. We're getting slammed on our swing trade, but we are making it up on the backside with doing different things like scalping, writing calls, writing puts, stuff like that. So remember, when it comes down to it, that trade comes in, we're going to start making money on that one as well. So that's how we do it here at StockBookie. We're starting to show more of our trade confirmations. I'm not going to show everything, guys. It takes time to post and do this and do that, but I'll show them as we go. Nothing to hide here, guys. We're just trying to make money here in the markets, and I'm trying to teach you guys technical analysis. So, all right. With all that to say, thanks again for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to tell your friends, like the video, subscribe, go to my website, sign up. It's free, and there is a paid membership there. You get my Twitter access. It's very inexpensive. I just need to keep the trolls out and make a little bit of money. Why not, guys? This stuff takes time, and that's what it's all about. So, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.